If I do have a concern, Stuart, the concern I have is if he wants to make this, and I think he's mentioned it before, that he kind of wants to make like a 10 Commandments kind of biblical epic of for the Star Wars world. You know, if we're talking about the first Force user, you know, I have a feeling that regardless if you go 25,000 years into the past, if you go 50,000 years into the past, hell, 100,000 years into the past, his vision of what the Force is, or what birthed the Force, or where the Force came from, or how is it established, or how people view the Force in this timeline. I can still see people, Stuart, saying, well, that's not what George Lucas said. Like I can literally still see people say to themselves, well, that's not how the Force works, or that's not how it came to be. Like I can still see people finding some area to complain about, because I think the cons. I mean, look, Stuart, we literally just saw the Acolyte have witches literally talk about the Force, but talk about it in like a different way. Like it's literally the Force, but they gave the Force a different name in the sense of how they kind of understand it. That would be, I think, my biggest concern. And I think that's why he says you can't please anybody, or you can't make anybody happy. I do think he meant you can't please everybody in that sense. I think that's what he was going for. And I do think you're right. And if he can keep that same mindset and just make the movie that he wants to make, maybe we're certainly in good hands. But I still worry about this film, Stuart. And not from the perspective of he's gonna mess this film up. That's not necessarily my worry. My worry is the pushback that some fans might have based off of what his vision might be. I think James Mangold is a more than capable director and writer, to say the least. But I definitely believe in James Mangold as a filmmaker. So you tell me you want him to do a Star Wars movie, and I'm usually going to be through the roof for it, honestly.